Yeah. Welcome, Shivan. Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started with a warm up. So with this class, I kind of go back and forth on the stretching at the end. So it probably just depends on how intensely we're working on choreography. But we'll do a little bit of stretching at the end. Always, especially new people who aren't used to the belly dance moves, do stretching afterward, especially if you're sore in any way. That just means get some extra stretching in at that end. So even if I don't do it, if we skip it, and I'm just like, okay, it's time, I'll see you later. Feel free to do stretching on your own. Usually when we get going with the songs, I'll like go right up until our time. So I'm Ayana or Brenda, and I've been teaching. I'm going to start promoting now. It is 20 years. So I started teaching classes 20 years ago. It was 2002. So I'll be promoting that throughout the year. I only recently did the online, the virtual live stream like this since coronavirus. So I think, what was that, 2019? Goodness gracious, like a couple years already, time's flying by. So my go-to style belly dance is Egyptian American. So I use Egyptian-based movements, but with an Americanized style. And I've been learning from an Egyptian style dancer, so I'm trying to blend more of those movements in the core of that into our steps and our dances. So we are gonna get warmed up. I do similar things every week when we do warm up. I start in, let me skip this song. So I start in just a overstep just to warm up, just to get the blood flowing. So I'm so thankful to have a virtual option nowadays. It's good to see you guys. And we're going to pull an arm out to the side. And I skipped over the shoulder roll, so we're going to do the shoulder roll now with that. So we're going to continue the overstep and add the roll. Alright, great. Okay, let's relax. We're going to look over the shoulder. We're just going to stretch that neck out. Take a deep breath and let it out. Bring it back to center. And other side. Deep breath. And let it out. Come back to center. So let the ear hang down to the shoulder. I like your stirrup, Amy. Back up center, we'll go other side. Okay. Then we're going to do the shoulders forward, up and over. Then alternate. And relax. Okay. Let's warm up the joints. I'm going to pull this down a little bit, I think. We're going to circle out through the knee. Come over here so you can see me in that mirror. Reverse. And then we're going to circle through the ankle. So either up in the air, or you can touch your toe to the floor and do it. To keep your balance, that standing leg of knee should be loose. So we don't want it all the way tight in the back. Loosen it up so that you can pull the other leg up slightly. I'm just rolling my ankle and then reverse. And I'm going to do other side. Ankle. And reverse. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to go with the hip slide next, and that's the side to side motion. So you're just going to start out just by switching your weight in a nice, comfortable fashion. And then as you switch your weight over, you're going to let that knee pull out and drop. So you're going to try and keep that waistline a little more level, because our bodies will naturally pull up at the end. We want to keep it down, so we're going to lengthen and drop it back, or pull that knee out, let that hip drop a little bit.
You back up just a little bit. What you're doing with your knee.
Yeah. No problem. So right at the end, I'm just letting it come down just slightly. That gives the appearance of the hip going straight across. So that's our hip slide. All right, we're gonna warm up the hips the rest of the way. We're gonna do a box, and it's with just leaning to each wall. So you're leaning to the side, pull back over your heel, side, and to the front. Side, back, side, and front. Side, back, side, front. Keep going. And I'm going to reverse. So I'm going to go other direction. Side, back, side, and front. So over the side of the foot, the heel, other foot, and then over the toes. And then I'm going to reverse again. So I'm going to pull the arms out, and we're going to round out the edges into a nice hip circle. So you're going to hit the same point, side, back, side, and front. Side, back, side, and front. You can do the arms, Amy, if you want. So the other two here have taken class before. These are push-pull arms. With those, I think of it like taffy. Pushing and then crossing at the wrist and pulling out. So there's some nice tension in the arm as it goes. Push and pull. You don't have to worry about arms right away. You want to make sure you get the core or the base of every step. But that's what we're doing here is our push and pull. And I'm going to circle the other direction. I don't remember which way I was going. But you're going to round out the circle. If you want to add, you're going to pull forward when the hip is back. And then to the side, when the hip comes to the side. I'm going to go the other direction in case I didn't go the same way. I'm not sure which way I was going. Alright, and relax. There's the hip circle. I'm going to do a ribcage slide. I like to start it with the arms out if you're just learning, or you can use your hips too, but everything from your hips below, you're going to keep still. You think of it as you're surrounded by a concrete block. So everything hip down still. Your torso is going to stretch and lengthen, like somebody's pulling or tugging one arm straight over, and then somebody's tugging the other arm. So I'm getting a nice stretch in between, and the ribs are coming slightly side to side. On this one, make sure we have a slight tuck or engagement in that lower ab. That's the zipper muscle, so that you keep your back supported, that lower back. So somebody's tugging one side and the other. Try to keep the shoulders level. I don't have my hips start. That's okay. I have it right there. But I don't know if it's got jingles though, so I don't know if it's gonna bug you guys. I can put it on. This one isn't too jingly. I try not to use too many jingles with the online class.
It's okay. I'm without today too.
So, okay, we did the rib cage. I'm going to bring it back to the hip. I think we'll get into something a little bit quicker, the Egyptian shimmy. This is tangled up a little. Well, maybe I just won't wear it.
Right.
You can still see. I've got a good color contrast between the hips and the torso. So, back to the hips. I'm gonna do Egyptian. Let's see. I'm gonna put this down a little bit. Egyptian hip shimmy, and that's on a flat foot. And the motion is going to be created by having bent legs, and you push that leg back super hard and abrupt. So it's an abrupt pushing the leg back. That's going to force the hip to come up. Then you're gonna alternate. So you want to get to where you like your whole body starts jiggling. Let's see if I can show you my belly. If you get your whole belly going, that means you're doing it right.
So my belly and my boobs are supposed to jiggle?
Yep, everything's gonna jiggle. On this one, everything's gonna jiggle. I
feel like a piece of jello right now.
I know that one feels funny. You can laugh at yourself. That's okay. I got a few extra pounds over the holidays. So that is the basis of the Egyptian. I'm going to do the more Americanized style. I'll put it back down. We'll start out with the hip piston. The feet are going to be flat and then the knees bent. Idea is to make them go straight up. Your hip bones go straight up and straight down. You're going to let one relax and push the other back and then switch so that there's a big contrast. And this is also a sharp movement. I'll show you from the back. And then when you're comfortable, you can speed up. And if you have a coin belt on, this is when it will start going jingle, 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 jingle. That's why people like to wear the jingles. So I'll put this back up so you can see more of a full version with my feet there. And that's it. It's an American style hip shimmy. We'll take a breather. Okay. So we've been doing center floor. We did a little bit of warm up today. We do center floor technique, and then some of it we might move forward and back a little bit, or even side to side. But we wait for the traveling stuff until after we do core. So this is going to be a little new. We didn't do it at the in-person dance studio, but I usually do it with the online. And I personally like to add, we do a quick core workout. So I'm going to pull out a yoga mat because I have hard floor here. And so I have a list of things that we can do, and I try to alternate, do different every week for the course. So this time, since this is like an introduction, we'll just do regular crunches. And we'll try, you can do leg lift this way. So crunch is only the partial. You don't want to go up all the way. You want to get engagement and then come back to the floor. So you can do it standing up. I like to do laying down because it forces me to use the muscle even more. Since I haven't been working out lately, I'll probably opt for 10s. So I might try to do like 2 sets of 10, but everybody can do their own. So if that's not enough for you, you can do sets of 15, sets of 20, or you can do more sets of 10. Either way. But we're just going to take a few minutes and do some core workout.
Okay, I'm opting out of core because if I get down on the floor, I'm not getting back up. I broke my foot.
Oh shoot. Then you're going to want to stay up. Either just do it like this. You're not going to lift your foot up either. So you're just going to have to do it standing for now.
Absolutely. Oh, no, no puppy kick. No. You're up. No, he's trying to figure out why. Okay, what's your toy?
All right. I'm taking a breath in between, and then I'm going to do another set for myself.
Okay, come on, sit. 7.
All right. I just got mine. I was pretty on point with what I thought. I was starting to feel it at the end, but I'm gonna stretch the arms overhead, getting the energy out through the toes and the feet. And then I'm gonna gently come to my side. And then I'm gonna roll over to my stomach and I'm gonna look up to the ceiling. But at this point, you can do any stretches. If you feel anything's tight at this point of the class, feel free to stretch out a little bit. I'm stretching my stomach right now. I'm going to come back into child pose.
Good.
And then I'm going to stretch my arms a little bit. And then I'll put my, actually I can probably leave the mat there. My arms are a little tight today. All right, so that's an addition that I do with the virtual. So we're gonna do some traveling now. Okay, so we did a hip bump, we did hip slide. I'm sorry, today. We're gonna travel with the hip slide. So that was the side to side movement. And we stay. Where am I at? You're gonna step a small step forward, and you're gonna push your weight over that foot, and then step, push it over, step, and over. You can choose to go like in a circle if you have a small space, or you can go corner corner. I'm going nice and slow just so that you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's a forward. So we'll come back toward your center, and I want everybody to do forward walking, hip sliding. Alright. And then we're gonna do different, and we're gonna walk back. So you step back, put your weight over it. Step back, get that foot under you first, and then step. So you're gonna sneak the foot. Here, I'll do it trailing to the back so you can see, and you're gonna sneak the foot back, and then the hip's gonna move. Sneak the foot behind it, and then push the weight. So I got my toes leading, or the ball of the foot leading back, and then the weight's not going to come till after that ball of foot. The ball of my foot touches behind. So that one we haven't done in quite some time, years probably. So we'll do this backwards. The backwards hip slide. Just be aware of your surroundings, that you don't run into your couches and All right, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay. So, how are you doing with your broken foot, Amy? If it starts bothering you, feel free to sit down and just watch it if you want. There's always something with you. We're gonna do our peel-up walk. This one's gonna be tough. I wonder if I can put this on the floor. I'm gonna show you my feet. I'm gonna put it on the floor so I can show you my feet. Okay. A little bit. Okay, that's nice. Come off. So what I mean by peel up is you're gonna peel your heel, ball, toe, and then place it in front of you and toe, ball, heel. And then repeat with the other foot. Heel, ball, toe. Pull it through. So I'm kind of like pointing this foot and then toe, ball, heel. Heel, ball, toe. And then peeling it up and then peeling it down. And then I'll walk toward the camera as well. Toe, ball, heel. Heel, ball, toe. So I'm just peeling up and down. It's my peel. I just call it a peel up walk. This is what it looks like coming straight on. Now you can keep your toes forward, or I usually use a slight turn out or a slight out. That's my natural, my natural stance. But if you want to keep your feet kind of close, you want to get right next to your heel is the idea of it.
I feel like a cat from the floor.
Like a cat?
Yeah.
Be sneaky. We're very, very sneaky. We should be getting pretty comfortable with that now. I want you to pull your face up, chin up, so that you're looking forward and out, and take the same step. So you know that part of your floor is clear. You should be pretty confident. So I want you to look straight out and try to do the same thing with your feet. Just peel up and peel down. Amazing. Okay, and we can relax. So that's traveling is like doing things across the floor or around the floor. So we normally do at least a few of those types of exercises in our classes. And then we go to our rhythm, which is one of my favorite parts. I'm going to pause and use it for a second so that I can explain. With the rhythm, I do have my finger symbols here with me. Yay. You can use finger symbols if you have them, or get practice ones if you want. But you're going to use your thumb and middle finger to play our rhythm. We don't, how do I explain? Usually I explain that I don't teach to memorize rhythms. I teach so that we can listen and identify the beat. So remember that our doom, the low bass hit, is on your dominant hand. It's my right hand. So I'll play this one's my right.
Oh, here with him.
And the tech is on our non-dominant hand. So a tech is the higher pitch and a doom is lower. So I'll play doom on my right, the lower hit, tech on my left, and I might, I don't know, does this show right on your screen, or is this on the left? It's on the left.
It shows the left.
Okay. So I'll probably cross. What I used to do is I crossed here, so that this should be your right.
That's gonna screw it.
Right hand and left hand. I'll show you a few techniques of the actual symbols. So they'll have like elastic, most of them. Some of the practice ones will have just a string, and the strings aren't going to hold on very well. But you want to place the elastic over your first knuckle. And you also are going to have to adjust them on the inside. I have it sewn so that they stay on if you want them. You don't have to have them. We play with our fingers otherwise, just so that we can practice keeping the beat. So with the cymbals, we play with a clap, which means you're gonna stamp them together and just hold it there. And they're not going to come apart until I'm ready to play it again. So that's the general, most common one. There are things called ticks or clicks, where you're going to use your hand to hold together. I don't know if I showed you guys this. So that's cute for when they're doing like little tick, 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 tick kind of things with the drums. And there is the open bell tone. That's a close and immediate open. And anytime you want to stop them, you can use your hands to mute. So pretty fun, huh? All right, and we're gonna play a rhythm and identify dooms and techs. The low bass hit on the right hand, and then the higher tech or snare type hit on the left. And we play it a few times. Let me get the music going. There it is.
And the time signature is 2/4, and it sounds like.
Hopefully you can hear. So here's the doom, 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 tech, doom.
2,
again.
Two. Wahid
Wahid
Amin.
doom. Doom check, doom. Doom check. So you should hear the doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom check, doom. Doom check, doom. Doom check. Alright, so a little bit faster. Same thing. If you get lost, always go back to the doom. Alright, so now we're going to free dance to the same beat, it's a little bit faster. And free dance means just keep moving, keep motioning your body. You can do stuff that we cover in class. You can make up your own thing. But the idea is just to interpret the music the way you want and keep moving. I'm going to put my cymbals down. So I'll do a few things we did in class. We got one more time. Okay. Woo. I'm glad to be back at it. Okay, so usually now we work on choreography. I'm thinking about changing it up since we have a different group of people now. So I've got a kind of modern song in mind that's upbeat, that might be fun. So I'll play some of it for you. and see what you think. It's a non-traditional, so it'd be different from what we were working up previously. So it kind of repeats those sections. So there's a little bit of like isolation work we could do in the verses or traveling, and then that chorus, shimmy with me. We're gonna be doing some shimmies. But anyway, I'll probably do a video of that.
And the kind of law. She don't get exact. She don't take it wrong.
So I'm just messing around, but obviously it's not a traditional song. It'll be labeled a fusion piece, but it'll be ball dance moves to the music.